The door closer that I'm going to show you how to adjust today is the Sargent 1431, but this would work the same way with any of our models with ASA Abloy, Norton, Sargent, Corbin Russwin, Yale. Any of those would adjust very similarly to this, as long as we have a back check valve, a closing or sweep speed valve, and a latching valve, and a power adjustment. So I want to show you today how I adjust a door closer to do a couple of different things. One, to get a visual representation of exactly what goes on in a door closer and how it functions. And two, how to really quickly and efficiently get to within my tolerances that I need for the door closer to function properly. On our back check side, our back check valve is here, noted by a B on our closer body. That prevents the door from slamming into a wall or a window, prevents wind from catching the closer and pulling on the arm unnecessarily. We're going to adjust that. The next, we're going to adjust our closing speed valve or our sweep speed valve, and also our latching speed valve. And we'll be able to demonstrate exactly what those valves do and how they function. The first thing we want to do is close all of our valves in our closer body, rotating them clockwise, so to the right, with our 1/8" Allen wrench. The next thing we want to do is actually open our door. So, didn't mention earlier, we need to do this with the door closed. So with the door open now, you notice that I'm putting pressure on the door, but the door's not opening. That's because I'm restricting oil from passing through the back check valve. When oil is restricted, the door doesn't open. I need to take my 1/8" Allen wrench and actually back that valve out. So a minute ago we turned it clockwise. Now we're going to turn it counterclockwise, and all of a sudden the door will start to open further. Okay, you can feel that cushion that we need. Now if I let go of the door, not touching the door right now, it's not going to close because I'm preventing oil from running through my closing speed valve. Take my Allen wrench and loosen my closing speed valve until I get that timing that I want. Now notice that the door closed to a certain point. Well, this last few degrees of our closing is our latch position. The door will not close as long as our latch valve is screwed in. So we need to back our latch valve out to allow our door to finish closing. Okay, so we're really close to having a perfectly adjusted door closer, but now we need to check it. So I'm going to forcefully push on the door to check my back check. Once we get our back check perfect, then I'll let the door close, and we'll actually use our watch to time the door closing from a 90-degree open position. Right there, the back check was a little too loose. So we'll give our back check half a turn and try that again. Right there, that's about what we want for our back check. The door did not stop abruptly, but came to a stop with kind of a cushion. That's what we want. Next, I'll open the door to the 90-degree point and actually time with my watch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a little fast, so we'll slow down our sweep or our closing speed. Give that just about a quarter turn. We'll see what that gives us. And that's within tolerance. So very easily, very quickly, I was able to get this closer into a proper closing speed. We have a very nice cushion back check so we don't damage a window, the wall, a picture, or something like that on the other side. And I did not have to open and close the door 100 times to get it to that tolerance. Now that we've got our door closing properly, we don't have our door slamming into the stop. We have a 7-second close from 90 degrees. We have a cushioned back check. The very last thing that we're going to adjust is our power adjustment, and only if it is necessary to consistently latch our locking hardware. So we have a cylindrical lock or a mortise lock or an exit device. We want to make sure that that lock, that hardware, latches properly into the frame every time that the door is opened and closed. To do that, on the back of our 1431 door closer is a power adjustment. But again, we only need to adjust this power if the door is not latching properly. Adjusting the power will not necessarily speed up your closing and your latching speed. It may increase your speed ever so slightly, but what it will do is give the door more force or more strength to latch your hardware. Take a wrench, an adjustable wrench will work fine, a crescent wrench will work fine, and rotating this back piece clockwise increases the force on the door closing. Now, door closers are sized from a 1 to a 6, or they are sold adjustable like this one. If they're sold adjustable, then we can increase or decrease the power.